Hi friends, welcome to Eyes of My Heart with Vicki Jean. It is 2024, the first week. And while I am not one who makes New Year's resolutions anymore, I do stop and reflect over the past year. And I bring myself, into this new year before God, just saying, God, show me who you are and show me who I am. Let me be a vessel for your love and your light, and to speak peace and healing into the lives of others, into the world. And I want to read something that my mom said to me. And I wrote this, it was a couple years ago. And I was visiting her and we were having a conversation. And I was reflecting on our history because I come from a beautiful history of women who were strong women. And I call them strong, they were quietly strong. And there's I could share many stories with my great-grandmother and my grandmother. And I'm talking about my mom's side of the family right now. My great-grandma Creech, Eliza Creech, and my mom's mom, Grandma Templeman. And then, of course, my mom, another strong woman who was a quiet, gentle strength. And I'm just going to read what I wrote. It's just a short paragraph, and then I'll share what my mom said to me. Well, my mom said to me, as I was talking to her, I said, Mom, we come from such a great history of women who have this gentle strength and wisdom about them. And they help others, and they do it quietly, and they don't do anything for somebody to come in and pat them on the back and say, oh, that was so Christ-like. That was so loving. The things that my great-grandma and my grandma did for people was gentle, quiet. It's that whole thing of not letting the right hand know what the left hand is doing in order to get praise. So here is what I said. My mom, as I was saying this to her, and I said, I wish I could be like that. I wish I could find that in myself. And she said, Vicki, she looked right at me and took my hand. And she said, Vicki, it's already there. Just use it. That was my mom. It's already there, honey. Just use it. Sometimes we keep waiting until we think we get some talent, or we get some wisdom, or we get some skill, and we forget it's already there. And I'll read what I wrote here. She said this to me when I was reading about my great-grandma Creech and my Grandma Templeman, and how strong and courageous they were, fearless and yet filled with compassion and patience toward others. I had made the comment that I wish I had some courage and strength and fearlessness in me, and maybe I could still get it if it was possible, because I was so tired of feeling weak and fearful and anxious most of the time. My 93-year-old mom, at that time she was 93, who was sitting in her reclining chair next to me, turned, reached out her hand to take mine, and then with eyes that looked directly at me, said with such conviction and love the statement, it's already there, just use it. Honestly, it felt prophetic. The words of God pouring into me, filling me, reminding me, it's already there, my beloved, just use it. And my mom was 93 at that time, and I hadn't seen her for quite a while because of COVID. And then finally I got down there, and she was weak. And, she wasn't, she wasn't ill in that sense, but she was weak. She was tired. There were times when it was harder to have conversation with her. But during this time, as I was rambling on about my lack of courage, and I was tired of always struggling with uncertainty and anxiety and fear getting in the way of things, and how I wished I could get what my great grandma and my Grandma Templeman had. And for Mom in that moment to just have complete clarity, to look at me and just say, it's already there. Just use it. And I thought, she's right. And not only did I think she's right, I felt it. Like I said, it almost felt prophetic. And it just poured into me again. I shared a video about how she laid her hands on me at one point at my request and prayed a blessing over me. It was like that, only this was spontaneous. And it made me realize it is already there. We are told in, I think it's 1st or 2nd Timothy in the Bible, you have already been given everything you need to live this life of godliness and holiness. And to me, that's the life of love, the life of courage, the life of strength, the life of peace. My little doggy's barking. I hope it's not a distraction. It's already there. Just use it. Just use it. You know, we don't wait for the big aha moment. We don't wait until we think we've got it all figured out. You don't have to wait. You have to tap into it, to that reservoir, that well of living water that can flow forth and refresh not only my own soul and calm my own fears and anxieties, but flow out into the world and be a healing balm for others if I just use it. And so this year, right here, right now, it's like, stop waiting. It's here. Thank you, God. Let me use it. However that may look in the world. And I have my great grandma, I have my Grandma Templeman, and I have my precious Mom, who is still alive now at 94, as those great witnesses around me, bearing witness. It's already there, my child. Just use it. God bless you guys. I hope that this year you will find that you have everything you need. Remove the barriers, whatever those barriers may be, and just use it. Use the gifts that are uniquely yours to bring into this world. Use the courage that is already there, the peace that is already there, the courage to reach out and to take a risk to help bring healing into the soul of another. Lay down the judgments and the condemnation, whether it's towards yourself or towards others. You know, the other thing I loved about the women, my Great Grandma Creech, my Grandma Templeman, and my precious Mom, is they never harbored resentment or unforgiveness. That is one of the biggest barriers I have come to see, and I have come to believe, that squelches our joy. Be a healing balm in the world. God bless you. Open to God's love in ways that you never have before. Happy New Year.